Okay, part 2. Hello again, America. Now, people are gonna form their opinions of me by seeing these videos. So, for them to form the right opinion, I believe I should start this with saying something about me. Born and raised in this great country, Upper Peninsula, Michigan, great state of Michigan, little town called Bruce Crossing. Come from a rather large family. I have 7 brothers, 4 sisters. My dad, rest of his soul, worked in the woods with horses all his life. So we come from basically a poor family. I was pretty much a straight A student up until 9th grade when, I'll just put it this way, I met the teachers from hell. One teacher in particular, because I had my work done long before everybody else, was so smart, which I was smart. He'd come up behind me, whack me in the back of the head with a ruler, hard. He'd throw books at me. He'd whip chalk at me. Drag me out of the class, in front of the class, slamming me against walls. Drag me to the office, to the principal. No matter what I told the principal, which was always the truth, swear to God, whatever I'm saying in this video, I swear to God, is true. The principal would bend me over the desk, grab his paddle, and commence the beating on me. Now this went on for a couple of months. I complained to the sheriff's department, I complained to the superintendent's office. The more I complained, the worse it got. And this happened to not only me, but quite a few members of my family. Anyhow, I got to the point in 9th grade, after getting beat on by teachers and grabbed by the hair and give what they called a gear jammer. Grab you by your hair and shake you just violently for 2-3 minutes. And then kick you in the ass and tell you to go sit down. My good teachers. In 9th grade, I had enough of the beatings. I took off out of school. Hey, you in Trail Creek? Okay, well this went on back in the 70s. People say, well, that was then, this is now. Which brings me to one of the reasons why we moved from Michigan to Oregon, where we currently reside. After a lot of years, when I quit school in 9th grade, been on my own ever since, I decided I wanted to move back to my hometown, which we did. Put my kids in school, same school, you in Trail Creek. And my kids were doing very well in schools before this. Grades to prove it. After a month and a half, 2 months, my youngest son Cody told me he didn't want to go to school anymore. He was tired of it, but he wouldn't say why. Well, after a while, I got it out of him. He was getting harassed by teachers because of his last name, basically. Discrimination. It's all over, all races. We've been discriminated against all of our lives by many officials and that type of thing. And I have to say, after saying that, if I was a greedy man and a sue happy man, I'd be living rich right now, because we've been put through it so many times. That's all I got to say about that. Back to the point I had, I find out that my son Cody was getting harassed by this elderly female substitute teacher in school. Went to the school. Make this long story short, we went to the school several times, complained, which lo and behold, the superintendent that I had to complain to was the same principal that used to beat me when I was a kid. His name's Russ Bailey. He's currently retired now from superintendent of Trail Creek School. Got a gold watch for it, and I don't know, everybody praises him, but whatever, he robbed me out of my education. Whatever. Anywho, I find out that Cody's been getting dragged around in class, humiliated in class by his teacher. No matter what Cody's doing or who's at fault, she singles him out and starts doing this. I do complain, go in front of the school board, nothing happens. She literally grabbed him one day, dragged him across in front of the class because another girl was talking to him. And I have witnessed to this fact other than Cody that were in class at the time. And slammed him against the door, used him basically to open the door. Same teacher that dragged him out of the bathroom and dragged him to the office, female teacher going into the men's room, dragging the boys out of there, whatever. They said it was okay, but whatever. Okay. Same superintendent that was my principal now had my son's schooling in his hand. And no matter how many times I complained to him, or the sheriff's department, or the prosecuting attorney's office in Ontonaga, Michigan, nothing has been done. So I decided, well, okay, I'm not going to put my kids through that. What I went through when I was a kid, and we moved to Oregon. That was just one of the reasons. Okay, in my next video, I will be getting to the final part of how my invention should be used. But I just figured I just got to say these few things to let people know that, hey, if I would have had my proper education, instead of being beat on and picked on and chased out of school in 9th grade along with other members of my family and friends that were treated the same way. Michigan law is set up to where you can't go after a school for nothing. The whole control is set on the school board, and the school board does nothing, well, nothing gets done. A lot of this will come out in my book, because I will be writing a book. It's going to be a video library, because I'm not good at typing and that crap. This is my first, right here, this is the first computer I've had in my life. Bought it December of '07. So bear with me, I don't know how to work a wood yet, but I'm learning, teaching myself like I taught everything else myself. Anyway, back to what I was saying. Let's see. I'll be back.